All rise for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the special meeting, September 4th, 2014. We have a public comment, and we also have a continuation of a public hearing. So if you've written on there to speak public comment, you get 3 minutes if you want to speak at the public hearing. Okay. So, John, do you want to public comment or the public hearing? The hearing, okay. Anybody from the public would like to speak during the public comment section? Okay, we're going to close the public comment section. We're going to no board presentations. Public hearing, we've got a continuation of the public hearing on a proposed local law establishing a building moratorium for buildings exceeding certain height limits. And we talked at the last meeting. We were waiting for feedback from the County Planning Commission, which we don't have at this point in time, and the person responsible for that is on vacation until Monday, so we won't even be able to talk to him until Monday about anything, but about this the moratorium that we'd sent to him. So I have Mr. Bennett, who signed up here to speak.
Certainly, I have an original of a letter, and then I have copies for the trustees.
Yeah, you fax me.
So, without, I'll spare you some of the prefatory stuff, but we did make a Freedom of Information Act request to the village and found that the referral request was FedExed on August 19th, so that means that presumably, if it was a complete referral, as required and as defined in the procedures of the Suffolk County Planning Commission, it was received on the 20th. That starts the clock because the Planning Commission's procedures say that the receipt of the referral is the date at which the staff of the Suffolk County Planning Commission has determined that a referral constitutes a full statement of the proposed action. Therefore, we respectfully submit that the trustees cannot act on the proposed moratorium until such time as a referral has been received or the requisite 45 days has passed. And assuming the referral was complete, 45 days from the receipt of the referral would be October 4, 2014. So we give it to you for your consideration. Of course, if you receive the referral, you can act before that. Just want to make sure procedurally we're following the rules of the game. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Anyone else from the public would like to speak? Okay.
I'm J.D. Singh, president of the Southampton Association and a resident of the village. And I have a letter from Lisa LaCourie of Fine Arts and Sciences, just clarifying a couple of points that were made at the last hearing. And I think first and foremost, what we have also prepared is a comparison of a hypothetical building that would have a pitched roof, be in the VE16 flood zone, and roughly 3/4 of an acre. And here in Southampton Village, the maximum height of that house would be 53 feet above sea level. In the town of East Hampton, the maximum height of that same house would be 40 feet. In the village of East Hampton, 44 feet. Sag Harbor, 43 feet. Sagaponack in the town of Southampton, roughly the 40-foot level. So I think what we can see is that on the east end, we are an anomaly in terms of what we're allowing in terms of heights on some of our houses in the flood zone. So I think it's really critical to move forward when you have the legal authority to do so with the moratorium. I think study the issue and make appropriate recommendations to ensure that our neighborhoods are protected. I think secondly, we should also be aware that the applicant's attorney indicated at the last meeting that the town of Southampton had actually recently changed their laws to allow the FEMA flood levels to be added to new homes or new construction. And in fact, it only pertains to elevating existing residential buildings. And that's probably something that we will have to consider doing here as well. But for new constructions, they continue to require that it not exceed 40 feet as measured from the base elevation above sea level. So I don't think that there is any movement to expand the height of buildings on the East End as a wholesale zoning change. So again, would like you to move forward with this as soon as you're able to do so.
Question for you on this. It says maximum height above sea level, where town of East Hampton, Village of East Hampton's using 8 feet. Do we know why they put it 8 feet? Why they use 8 feet there?
I think what they do is they use a mean sea level. So you get the higher of either the 36-foot building height or a certain level above mean sea level from the grade of the original property, but it's the lesser of the two.
Okay.
So it does take into consideration what's the grade of the property. But then you always have the mean sea level being a fixed point that you can't exceed.
Right.
And I think some of the other information that we had submitted earlier gave a more complete detail of how the other communities handle that. And we did speak with the Planning Commission and said we'd make that available, the material that we had.
All right, good.
Okay?
That's gonna
Thanks
be
very
a
much.
very interesting study.
Do you have another copy of that by any chance?
One more of these, Jay?
I think I have 6. Oh, here we go. Great, thanks.
Thanks. Anyone else from the public would like to make comment? Okay, we're going to keep the public,
I just want to clarify what I did say. That was misinformation about what I said, because I want to make sure I would never give this board misinformation. I cited chapter and verse. Maybe Ms. LaCour didn't hear what I said. I cited chapter and verse, the Southampton Town Law, which was enacted about 3 months ago. I'll give Mr. DePietris a copy and the board members a copy, that allows an owner of a residence in the town of Southampton, regardless of the height, to raise the house to comply with the current base floodplain +2 elevation and gives automatic relief. So it's an existing house. I didn't say new construction. An existing house can be raised in the town of Southampton to comply with the required base floodplain elevation +2 and has automatic relief from the height limitations and the pyramid limitations. I said that because I wanted to show by contrast the moratorium doesn't even allow for that. So it actually prohibits a person from complying at this point with an existing house from the base to the required base floodplain elevation +2.
well, there's a process, though, if somebody wants relief off that they could actually come to us and we could.
I know, but there's no. I was just saying the town of Southampton is an
Yeah.
automatic relief. Number
Right.
one. Number two,
Okay.
town of Southampton, it's not 40 feet, it's 42 feet.
Okay.
They add the base flood. And last time I was in Sagaponack, I don't believe they have the maximum height. I think they take it from FEMA, but I'll look again.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Okay. Anyone else?
Bruce Bachman, 660 Halsey Neck Lane, here in Southampton. I hadn't meant to say anything, but this issue is one which is going to come up, and I just want to point out that it will. We've got to deal with the existing houses. When I went in to complain about the houses around me, I was told that I would be permitted to lift my house 5 feet if I chose to do so. It wasn't a serious suggestion, and it wasn't taken at all seriously. But it is going to be the real issue, because otherwise we probably won't really solve this over time.
Right. Any other comments from anyone from the public? Anyone from the board would like to speak? Okay. well, the public hearing, we're gonna keep the public hearing open. Rick, did you wanna make a comment?
We can't act, it's up to
Right.
you whether we keep it open so that whenever we do receive something, the public will know about it.
I would prefer to keep the public hearing open and that,
Then we
Taking
should
the
continue it to a specific date, I guess, the next meeting, or?
I think we'll continue to the next meeting, but it's hard to kind of
Yeah,
judge
we might
that
not be able to do
until-
anything.
Yeah, we might not have anything from the Suffolk County Planning Commission at that point in time. So,
Would it be a motion to adjourn and continue the hearing at the September 11 meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Okay, we have one discussion item, Southampton Fire Department muster for September 6th.
We have a letter from Mike Camp. That they would like
Okay,
to
so
have
just
their-
wait for 1 second before everybody jumps up and we'll be finished. Okay? Thanks.
They're planning their annual antique fire truck parade and muster on Saturday, September 6th. Motorcade will begin at Railroad Plaza at 9:30 a.m., proceeding south on North Main Street to Main Street, through Main Street, down Jones Lane and ending on Pond Lane. Muster will begin at Agawam Park and Pond Lane immediately after the motorcade, ending at approximately 4 p.m. And camping will be at Cooper's Beach for visiting firemen from Friday evening, September 6th until September 8th.
Yeah, I'd like, we approve this every year to let the fire department and visiting departments use both Cooper's Beach to reside at and use the Pond Lane and Cooper's for the muster. So I'd like to make a motion approving that.
Second?
Second it.
All in favor?
We have any trustees have any other comments? We'll have a second public comment. Anyone from the public like to make a comment? Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to close the special meeting public hearing.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay, thanks for coming out, guys.